Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Lemus. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A woman convicted of child abuse is sentenced today in Superior Court. Also tonight, could the IPI chairwoman spend time in jail? And the governor says cut to the chase and call him in for questioning. In sports, this island was built for mountain biking. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
You are everything that matters to me, and I promise to do whatever it takes to keep you healthy, to be comfortable, and to be free. I love you. As long as we're together, I'll always make sure that home will always be our best place to breathe.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich. You'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I got my COVID vaccine. How about you?
আমার আছে কোভিড-19 টিকা আপনার আছে কি
ได้รับวัคซีนโควิด -19 แล้วนะคะแล้วคุณล่ะคะได้รับวัคซีนหรือยัง
Tapos na po ako magpa-COVID-19 vaccine. Kayo naman po. Tapos na rin ba?
I did it. I did it for you.
Just do it.
Do it for us.
I did it for my friends.
I did it for my family.
I did it for my daughter.
Let's do it together.
Half a day to the WAMI and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Friday, October 15th, 2021. Judge Joseph Camacho gives the maximum period of confinement to a woman convicted of child abuse. Stacy Lonnie Lenizu is sentenced to 5 years imprisonment for the death of a 3-year-old boy last year. A jury found Lenizu guilty for count 1 child abuse after listening to witnesses who said there were numerous types of abuse, such as hitting the boy with a broomstick and a tree branch. Police officers also stated that upon discovery of the body, there were multiple bruises and bite marks on the cheeks, back, and arms. Autopsy showed the cause of death was due to obstruction of the airway from illnesses that were far advanced. Before the sentencing, Mark Scogins appeared before Judge Joseph Camacho requesting for a new trial, but Camacho denied the motion. Lenizu will be going back to the Department of Corrections today with credit served 4 months and 5 days. The head of Imperial Pacific was in federal court today, but didn't answer the questions under oath that opposing counsel wished to ask of her.
In 2017, the FBI raided the construction site of Imperial Pacific. IPI offices were raided again in March 2018, again in 2019. U.S. Department of Labor was awarded a multi-million-dollar judgment for wage and overtime violations. In March 2020, IPI disclosed that Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, was probing it for possible violations of the Bank Secrecy Act. Fast forward to today, attorneys Bruce Berline and Aaron Haligua, who represent construction workers and have a multi-million-dollar judgment, want the court to find the chairwoman in contempt. Chairwoman was in court today, but she did not take the stand. She invoked her Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. Local attorney Bruce Berline appeared via Zoom. Shui's attorney Clyde Lemons also video conferenced in from Guam. He told the court he was objecting to the chairwoman testifying because anything she says can be used to send her to jail. Judge Mona Manglonia sustained the objection. Case is continued until Monday.
There are currently 2 dragons in Saipan, but they may not be here for long. Who will get them and what are they worth? Attorneys with judgments heard proposals for dividing up assets of IPI.
According to news files, the multi-million-dollar dragons were installed in 2019, and it took 8 technicians to do it. These dragons are now part of the personal property of IPI that the court is looking at selling to satisfy judgments. Other assets include gaming machines, alcohol, cars, and furniture. The court could install a receiver who would sell off the assets and use the money to pay court judgments. Joyce Tang was mentioned as a potential receiver.
Governor Ralph Torres says probing questions on his expenditures should only be directed at him. The governor's executive assistant, Francis de la Cruz, was subpoenaed and scheduled to testify before the Sinamay House Committee on Judiciary and Governmental Operations earlier this week. Legal counsels objected the subpoena and stated de la Cruz is entitled to testimonial immunity. Lawmakers expressed frustration on the action and stated they are prepared to begin contempt hearings. Governor Torres commented on the ongoing investigation in a press briefing this morning.
And I've said it before, if it's information that they needed, we could have just asked me that. Send me the documents that they're concerned of, I would have just answered that. But yet they continue to call everybody else that's pertaining to whatever investigation they're having. So there's a process, and we're going through that process.
Torres also adds it's up to de la Cruz to appear before the JGO committee.
Just for the record, I don't talk to any of those that have been subpoenaed, whether to testify or not testify, or what to say or what not to say. So this goes with Francis. She has an attorney, and she discussed those options that she has, and that's that.
De la Cruz is rescheduled to testify before lawmakers next week. Attorney General Edward Manibusan appoints a new chief prosecutor. Chester Hines is promoted to the position of Chief Prosecutor of the Criminal Division. Hines was the Commonwealth's Assistant Attorney General for 7 years. Hines was also a Deputy Prosecutor in Honolulu, where he was responsible for criminal matters such as domestic violence and felony cases. Hines earned his Juris Doctor from the University of Hawaii William S. Richardson School of Law after receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science from a university in California. He's been a practicing attorney since 2007 and says he is grateful for the appointment. His priorities will revolve around treatment courts, such as the Drug and Mental Health, and treatment providers, such as CGC, Hope Recovery, and CHCC. Coming up, KSPN sits down with Precinct 3 candidates who share their vision and plans if elected. Stay tuned.
Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They're an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
Check out the Shake Cafe at Gold's Gym. Shakes are a great meal replacement, and you don't have to be a member to come and grab a quick and healthy lunch. Red Velvet is the Gold's Gym Smoothie of the Month, priced at $5.50. It includes your choice of low-fat or soy milk, protein, strawberries, and Oreos. Just 280 calories, 20 grams of protein, and 60 grams of carbs. Bring your own cup and save 50 cents. The Shake Cafe at Gold's Gym in Garapan.
The Tan Su Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. The special election to fill the vacancy in the House of Representatives is tomorrow, October 16, 2021. Polling places for the special election will open at 7 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. Residents from Precinct 3A are designated to vote at the Olei Elementary School cafeteria. As for residents from Precinct 3B1 and 3B2, their designated polling place is at the Garapan Elementary School cafeteria. Voters must bring a picture ID in order to be issued a ballot at the polls. Remaining under the Democrat banner, Karina Magofnia takes another try for a seat in the House of Representatives. Magofnia ran in the 2020 elections and was just 41 votes away behind Republican Ralph Yumo, who took the last seat.
The candidate has a bachelor's degree in business accounting from the University of Phoenix and an associate degree in accounting from the University of Hawaii. In Hawaii, she worked for a defense contractor and then lived in Seattle. She returned to NMI for what she thought would be a short stint.
Initially, the plan was to move back here for a year, 2 years tops, right? And then move back to the States. That kind of didn't work out, and I ended up really liking it here. Because I've been gone for so long, it felt like I've missed out, like 20 years of my life I've missed out on our culture, on our traditions, and just a lot of the things that we don't get to see when we're away from home.
She accepted a job at CUC working as the fiscal budget officer and then was the acting CFO for 8 months after Typhoon U2.
I made it my mission to make sure that when I leave CUC, that it's in a better place than where I first found it. And I can honestly sit here and confidently say it, that is what I accomplished after being with CUC for 4 years. They didn't renew my contract, unfortunately, for whatever reason. That's fine. I believe that everything happens for a reason. And I'm honestly just ready to move on. I found a new passion in where I wanted to help the people with my background, because I feel that one of the key issues here in the Marianas, in the CNMI, is with our finances. And what better way for me to give back to our people than to use what I've learned and experienced away from home and use it in a way where we can enhance and improve the way our government is running. I'm not saying I'm going to solve all the problems, because that's just one area of my expertise where I can contribute, but I am definitely a team player, and I'm a collaborator. I'm very analytical, and I know that there's so much more that I can offer the legislature and our people.
The Imperial Pacific Casino sits in Precinct 3.
Here's what I can say. I am no expert when it comes to the casino or the industry itself. I would like to defer that to the experts out in that industry, and let's solicit their input, their guidance, their recommendations as to what they think we need to do, and go from there.
From having a financial background, do you look at the casino as an industry
that's going to be beneficial to the CNMI?
Absolutely. Anything that generates revenue is a financial gain for the CNMI. I think it all depends on how the industry is managed, what processes and systems that we put in place to ensure that that revenue is generating for the CNMI and how to maintain it.
Do you think the CNMI has a revenue problem or an expenditure problem?
Well, currently, I mean, we know that the tourism industry is the only industry that we have. We have the cannabis, but I don't know where we are as far as, you know, revenues with that. I'm a fiscal conservative, have always have been in my profession, and so we need to learn to work within our budgets. And I would have to answer your question, I would have to say that we have an expenditures problem. My intention, if I do get elected, is to review everything that's on the table. I don't want to duplicate efforts. I don't, you know, I would like to see what's on the table, what's being presented, and see where I strongly feel that our people would better benefit from those bills. And when I would definitely work with whoever the authors are to make sure that it passes.
And running under the Republican banner is Grace Pitu Sablan Vayanae, who tells KSPN and voters in Precinct 3 what she will bring to the table. Grace Vayanae is the daughter of the late Herman Delon Guerrero Sablan, Familian Pitu to be exact, and Nadine Filipotne from Pohnpei. Grace resides at Capitol Hill with her husband and son, while her daughter is in the mainland for college. With a bachelor's degree in psychology and a master's in counseling, Grace says her goal is to give back to the community and become a public servant.
I've been working, serving the community, wearing hat of a teacher, a counselor, guidance counselor. In 2016, I became a recovery counselor, and I also worked for the Department of Public Safety. And I felt that I was always on the outside, looking in, and I'm in support of legislations and community initiatives, building the community, helping our people, and I felt that that's not enough. I felt that with the needs and individuals that I worked with, felt that they needed a voice of a clinician, a voice of a mom, a voice of a daughter of the Marianas to be sitting in the legislature. And that's really what prompted me, motivated me to run for office.
Hoping for a seat in the CNMI House of Representatives, Grace says she wants to address specific concerns of the people of Precinct 3, even though how small it seems.
Some of the key issues that I want to point out would be just roads that some of these individuals would talk about, just having to get to one location because they live like areas that are not developed, that are not developed, and their concerns would be just the time in getting to one destination because of the speed bumps, potholes. And another one would be a bus stop issue. I had the opportunity to sit with a parent, and she shared about her child having to walk about a mile to a bus stop. And this is in Chinatown. And I've driven to Chinatown, and I went to that house, and I saw it. And I said, wow, yeah, this is an issue that has never been brought out.
In a public hearing back in 2004, Grace expressed support for a constitutional ban on same-sex marriage. The Supreme Court ruled the ban, and today Grace tells us where she stands.
And in 2004, we all evolve and we all grow in our decisions and how we look at just the differences. I like to say that my religion has played a key role. However, it doesn't change who I am in helping and serving people. I love the LGBT community. In fact, I have friends and I have family who I support, who I accept and love, and we respect each other. Let's keep our campaign clean. Let's continue to have that environment of respect, and let's continue to really respect both, myself and my opponent, Ms. Karina. And let's make this campaign about building women up, expressing that Hafaday spirit, where we build each other up rather than, what I'm hearing people tell me. I guess I filter out a lot because I'm so focused and driven on, going house to house and meeting voters and supporters. I'd like to just encourage everyone, let's have fun with this campaign. Let's make it the best. Let's just enjoy ourselves while we campaign out there, and God willing, who He will put into office.
Thank you. All right, tonight's the night, Girls High School Volleyball Championship. We're going to talk to two of the contestants, two of the contenders. KSPN2 serves up sports right after this.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
I got my COVID-19 vaccine. How about you?
Akong lango orso la COVID-19 lango orso.
Instead usually if COVID-19 vaccine the agu. I did it for my kids.
I did it for my friends.
I did it for my family.
I did it for you.
I did it.
Just do it.
Do it for us.
Let's do it together.
You are everything that matters to me, and I promise to do whatever it takes to keep you healthy, to be comfortable, and to be free. I love you. As long as we're together, I'll always make sure that home will always be our best place to breathe.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans, more tonight from the mountain bike racing of the Radar Challenge, where there is a sweet reward for a tortuous ending. In the mountain bike category, Boboy Aguilar conquered the Radar and won first place in an hour and almost 30 minutes. Boboy also the oldest participant in this competition. minute and a half later, Armando Lagrillo bags second place. Renzo Avila, he finishes third. Jay Dyko of the Northern Mariana Islands Cycling Federation says there's an upcoming time trial that's going to take place in November, and you're welcome to join.
We have another one that's scheduled. It's a time trial race on November 7, and that will be starting on a Bansai Clip. So hopefully we can get more riders to participate.
Ricky Castro from the Sinamai Triathlon Association says there are more events on the way for you weekend warriors.
And on November 23, the Saipan Unity Lions Club race. And then the Help Marianas on the first week of December. Afterwards, there's the Pacific Cup on December 9.
Meanwhile, Joel Bucco, Arvin Velasco, Mark Isip, and Ayano Braxton won the time trial race that was held back in August. Joel completed the 10-mile individual time trial with an excellent time of 25 minutes, 44 seconds. That's good for first place. Arvin Velasco, well, he was good enough to get second. Third place, Mark Isip. He came in 30 seconds later. Not bad. Way to go, Mark. Ayano Braxton, the lone female cyclist, she finished the race in just over 31 minutes. These are the 4 individuals who will be part of the team representing the Sinamai in the upcoming Pacific Cup in Guam, December the 10th. Tonight's the night for girls high school volleyball. The championship, 7:30 at the Marianas High School Gymnasium. The GCA Lady Eagles are the defending champions. Tonight we're going to talk to 2 of the youngest players on that squad. I never lose. I either win or I learn. Young Stars Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation. The GCA Lady Eagles volleyball team almost always wins. If not, they learn from their mistakes. 9th graders Eunice Pagoduan and Alyssa Omampo are the youngest on this squad.
I have a passion for volleyball, and I find it interesting. And when I was younger, I've learned to love it, and of course, I want to improve more. So it made me want to join.
Alyssa, why did you join?
My parents, they wanted me to have like an extracurricular activity to do. So then I joined volleyball.
It may be an extracurricular activity, but it's also extra work for these girls.
We have games Tuesday, Thursday, and so it's like practicing the day before the game days. So it'll be like Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, sometimes Saturday.
This season has been bigger than before. More teams, more games, more excitement.
Environmentally, the whole loudness, I got like nervous with it, but coach said that you don't need to mind what they're doing and just focus on your play and your team, and it just kind of eased me up a bit when I did the first game. But to me, generally, I get pretty nervous, just not because of the opposing team, but within myself on what I could do wrong or right.
Alyssa, do you feel pressure or do you go there?
Oh yeah, I definitely do. The atmosphere of the court is just,
Young Stars Shining, brought to you by the Tan Su Lin Foundation. All right, good luck for everybody in that tournament. All right, let's move on to top plays of the week, where we've got matching pairs for the first time, I think. Hey, we're breaking new ground here. Coming in at number 3, it's Ren Gaviola and Cheyenne Felipe winning the men's and women's radar challenge respectively. Show them some radar love. Top play number 3. Coming in at number 2, it's Dev Picani and Caitlin Chavez winning the PSS Boys and Girls Cross Country Championships. And the top play of the week. Saipan International School Geckos capture 5 of the 6 cross-country divisions. Let's hear it for SIS Geckos.
Ready on 3. 1, 2, 3, go! Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Marianas Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Marianas Trekking. Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com. One of the best things you can do during the pandemic is to get yourself healthy and strong. Gold's Gym is a great place for a tune-up. Wide open workout spaces with dedicated cardio, free weights and machines, personal training, group exercise, and good nutrition. Short-term daytime promo on sale now, just $159 for 3 months. Call 233-4000.
Here's your weather report. Today's high 88, the low 81. Humidity 80%, a lot of 80s in there. Tomorrow, mix of sun and clouds, isolated showers. Southwest winds, very moisture-filled cumulus clouds. 10 to 15 miles an hour. High 88, low 80, seas 4 to 5 feet. Sunrise 8 past 6, low tide in the morning. High tide is Saturday afternoon. Kids going to the beach. Sunset at 5:56. And that's it. It's official. The weekend begins right now. Have a great one. Have a safe one. See you back here on Monday.